Hello, everyone. Good morning. If it is still morning in your area, I know for most people it is not. It is almost noon for me. I slept through all of my alarms. uh, if you're new here, my name is Skye. I'm a fantasy author who typically writes paranormal romance under the name Hegyes, and I was supposed to be on here an hour and a half ago to do a live stream. I'm so good at this. If you want to go ahead and introduce yourself real quick, then we'll go into details of what's going on.
Okay. Hello, anyone who's here. My name is Stephanie. I primarily write small town romance underneath my name, Stephanie Marie Whitson, and I am here for all the fun. The end. I'm actually going to keep on saying that at the end of my introductions and outros. I'll say the end because you like it so much, Sky.
For those who are unaware, we're doing the 7-day book challenge, and the goal was to stream daily. For me, the goal was to stream daily twice a day at 10 a.m. and 10 p.m. And I slept through all my alarms this morning to take the kids to school, and I slept through the alarms that were like, get up and do your stream. So, like, I've just slept through every alarm that I had set. I had 3 different alarms set for different things, and slept through all of them. So I guess I needed sleep. But because of that, the kids didn't end up going to school. I'm starting my stream an hour and a half late. And yeah, we're going to write a book anyways. We're going to do 4 25-minute sprints with some chit chat in between. Since I am starting so late, I don't know how much chit chat there'll be. I don't know if anyone's going to watch this stream. If you have come to the stream, welcome. Congratulations. Um,
I did see that people, like, I would go on the YouTube and it'd say, like, 3 people waiting, 5 people waiting, and then come back, 1 person waiting, 2 people waiting. So, like, people have been checking in to see.
Oops, I'm so sorry, everyone.
So,
That's all me. That is my bad. But yeah, because of that, we're going to go ahead and get started. Just, I am so sorry. Oh my God.
it happens. It's okay.
Yeah, I woke up and there was light outside. I was like, why is there light outside? And then I jerked awake and I was like, I'm awake now. Oh, good
What
Lord.
time were your alarms going off?
I had an alarm set for 6:37 and 9:45. I slept through all of them.
And of course, your kids are like, I'm going to let mom sleep. It's fine. That
Yep.
means we get no school today.
Yep. Oh, well, things happen. It's fine.
Yeah, it's good. We're fine.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and do our first sprint and then we'll chit chat some more. Yay. I have no idea what I'm going to do during this sprint because I don't even know where I left off. Sorry about that. I had to tuck something behind. I keep forgetting that the webcam is attached to the top. Okay, so 25 minutes. For those who are new here, if you're watching this right now, we do 25-minute sprints with some chit chat in between, and I like to put writing prompts on the screen while we're going. And this one, oh, I forgot to see if I could change this. Nope, it's not gonna let me. Okay, cool. That's good to know. Ooh, it will let me do that. There we go. That's what I'll do. All right, so 25 minutes on the clock. We're going to put a writing prompt on the screen for anyone who wants to write but doesn't know what they want to write about. You do not have to do the prompt if you do not want to. Our first prompt is, why didn't he come to me to talk himself if he wanted to know what happened between me and his son, between us and his brother? Why does he always send a messenger? Why can't he face me and ask me everything he wants to know himself? So, 25 minutes on the clock, and as soon as I figure out where my timer went, we are going to get started in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. All right, that is time. Let us know how you did, what you did in the comments. I actually got words this sprint.
I didn't write. I did other stuff. Okay.
Okay. I also got
Uh,
dressed. So,
oh, well, there you go. I got pizza,
ooh.
water,
Ooh.
got my calendar, and I think that's it somehow.
Okay.
Yes. What did you do? I mean, you got dressed, right?
I got 265 words, got dressed, and made a plan with the kiddos to go take showers as soon as the stream is done. That's pretty much the extent of what I did, but that is enough for me. Let's see, equals 265. All right. Add that to my word count tracker. During that sprint, Sarah popped in to say, I'm at work, but I wanted to stop in. So, hello, Sarah, if you're still here. If you're not, that's okay too. Thank you for stopping by. Eva, hello. Sorry we're running late. I slept through every single alarm I had set. So, apparently, I was tired and needed the sleep. But I am ashamed that I started so late because that's unusual for me. It's, but we're here now and we're streaming. So, it's all good.
Woohoo!
We're going to get words in and we're going to do all the things, whatever those things are.
So I've been making. So I have a Google Doc that has all the links to like my Instagram, YouTube, and everything like that,
Mm-hmm.
and links to my individual books. And then I have like the AuthorTube pl- streaming playlist, Google Sheet playlist. You know the.
Mm-hmm.
And then anytime there's like a writing event at the top of it, I make a space and I put the name of the event, and then anything related to the event, I just have the links there, so I don't have to like save them a book in a. I don't have to save it like on the bookmark bar across the top of my screen or have 20 million tabs open. And so what I did is I went through the author to sweet treat stream crawl that we're doing this weekend, and I saved everyone's links. So I went to their YouTube page and went to the about section and like picked like 3 or 4 links. Like there, some of them have websites, some of them have store links, some of them have Substack, some of them have YouTube, and some of them have books out specifically. And so that's what I have. So then when it comes time, I can just see like click, 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 click. It saves time. That's what I did this morning before I got on stream with you. So it has been productive. Just maybe not all in this stream.
Nice. I still have to respond to Cami. She sent me a bunch of questions and I haven't even looked at it because I went to bed. So after we were done streaming last night, you and I chit chatted for a bit and then I got off in time to make my husband dinner since he was coming home and I didn't want to make him dinner earlier the night so it would be cold because we were making quesadillas. And then he and I sat and ate together and chatted and then we went straight to bed. Did not look at my phone once other than to plug it in and set my alarms that I apparently slept through. So, and then I got up and started streaming. So I haven't had a chance to actually look at her questions and
Yeah,
respond and send her links because I know she was asking for different links.
yeah. She sent me stuff too. Basically, she was like, "Is there anything you want me to promote?" Because she doesn't really have anything of her own to promote. Um, and I asked her if she was going to be like streaming because she said her streams are going to be mainly her hands. I said, "Does that mean you're just going to be basically journaling on your stream?" And she's like, "No, but that gives me an idea, and it can test out a second camera." So,
Oh,
so I sent her stuff. I'm like, "Here's all the stuff,"
nice. The dog's in.
but she said she really liked my website link. That's just my website books, like the books page, because then
Yeah.
that way you just have one link or one page to click all the stuff instead of more links. More clicks equal less, more annoyance to people a lot of times. So
Yeah.
I told her, I was like, don't make fun of my very basic website. And she's like, I haven't had a website since like GeoCities. So like if anyone has a website, I'm gonna click on all the things anyway. And I said, okay, I
I
do know what
haven't updated my
GeoCities is.
website and I need to do that because it does not have Puck listed anywhere on it. Puck came out
Oh,
in
okay.
December. I will get to that
Yeah.
eventually.
Think I do have your link for your website on my sheet, but if you don't want me to share that, then I won't.
Oh, I don't care if anyone shares it.
Oh,
I
okay.
usually just share my link tree, which has all the links in one place. Uh, but because she was asking for different links, I'll probably send her my link tree, my website, so that they're separate. And I feel like there's something else I was considering, but I can't remember what it was. I'll figure it out when I'm more awake and moving and have had a shower.
I mean, I do have my link tree, and the website is on the link tree, but some people don't like link trees. Some people just want directly to the website. So I have a
Mhm.
plethora of stuff that people can choose from. But because on my Google Doc, I have my website that has my books, and then I have like my author page, and then I have individual links for like draft to digital, like books to read link, and then I have like Amazon and Books Noble or Barnes and Noble. Oh my gosh, and I cut like Google Play.
Mhm.
But I'm like, that's like 5 links for each book. I'm not going to have someone like share each individual one, but they're there
Yeah.
on my website. They're there for like if people want to have. I only like Barnes and Noble, or I only like Amazon, or only like this or that. They have their choices.
Yeah. That makes
But if you
sense.
want a paperback, you can only get it at Amazon. Sorry, that's all you. That's it.
Eva says, "Oh, missed the break. You did not miss the break. We're still on break. I paused the timer so we could chit chat." Uh, I posted that Substack. So if one project of any length is all that's necessary for this challenge, done. Yes, it is.
Yes,
Congratulations, you have successfully completed the 7-day book challenge.
doesn't
And
matter what it is.
doesn't matter what it is. And Eva says, I am still considering a fiction project. Do it. You finish the Substack you want to do. I'm here for it if you want to start another project. That's the reason I always try to have like two, because if I finish one, because usually I'm doing short stories these days, that way if I finish one, I can go on to the next project and not feel like guilty for having such a short project. This time, I don't know if I'm going to complete the project I'm working on, but I still have a second one I can work on if I do.
I also did tell you I changed up my name on my Substack. My Substack instead of just saying Stephanie's newsletter, because then if it's in your email and it just says Stephanie's newsletter, there's so many Stephanies. I don't know who's this from, who's this about. So now it's named Snippets by Stephanie.
I remember
Because
you
it all
mentioning Snippets by Stephanie yesterday, but I couldn't remember if it was your Substack or something else you were talking about.
it's Substack. So I have my main one, which is like random, like I guess I'm treating it like a newsletter, and then I have a section on there that I have yet to start, but it is titled "Road Trips Are for Wimps," and it's just going to be about stories of us traveling over the last 6 years because I think they're funny and entertaining. And
Fair enough.
if I can laugh, then other people can laugh. I told Ileana about your Independence Day
Mm-hmm.
stuff, and she thought that was pretty funny. Yes, yes, yes.
All
For those
righty.
that don't know, when my daughter was like 5 or 6, she thought that Independence Day was celebrated because of the president going up into space to kill all the aliens. Because I really like Independence Day movie.
And we were talking about that last night.
Yes, so you guys should totally come hang out on the evening ones. We talk about a lot of stuff.
We get a little bit loopy on the evening ones,
Just a tad.
whereas the morning ones, I'm just waking up.
Yes.
All right, let's go ahead and do another sprint.
Yeah. Let's do that.
Okay, let's see. Here is our second prompt for anyone who wants to write, doesn't know what they want to write about, maybe it'll inspire you. It says, "You make me feel like I'm not good enough, that I'll never be good enough. Not for me, you, or anyone. But I won't feel that way forever." And we're going to do 25 minutes starting in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. All right, that's time. Let us know how you did, what you did in the comments. How'd you do?
I was super productive. I finished my pizza, I put it on my plate. I checked on the kids. I was journaling a little bit in my itty bitty notebook, and I think Illy's trying to get sick, so there's that.
No.
So this morning she was like blowing her nose. I'm like, no, no. I'm like, is it allergies? She's like, maybe. It's allergies, Mom. I'm like, how does your head feel? She's like, it feels all poundy inside. And then I said, how about the back of your throat? She goes, yeah. And then her cough. So her cough isn't like horrible, but this is her cough when she gets sick. It's so cute, but it's her telltale sign that it's the beginning. So plus she was a real pain in the butt yesterday, so that's also a clue too.
Nice.
But she's been playing with she made a friend that's nearby that did they hug her a lot and all this stuff. So she's not a hugger. My daughter's not a hugger, but this person she made friends with is a hugger. So anyhow, so I told her, like, we might just not do anything today. Like, you're well enough to just work, or you already just work today, but like as far as like going to chess club at the library and then youth group at the church today, I'm like, maybe just a day of nothing.
I feel that since I slept through all my alarms and stuff, we're doing a day of nothing pretty much, except for our tree cleanup this afternoon.
So yeah, I'm like, okay, that's fine.
I took meds because I am starting to have a problem with a broken tooth. I have a broken molar in the top of my mouth, and it's starting to cause me pain. It's fun. The dentist does not have any open appointments until like July. The joys of living in a small town. So
I have I don't care if people know, but I have a partial up top and a full plate down below in my mouth, and even when I first got them in, when I would drink stuff, it get in between up top, and so that is why I always drink from a straw, because then it doesn't touch any of the stuff right here.
Makes
It's
sense.
straight back.
Nothing wrong with that. I wrote exactly 500 words that spring. I'm so proud of that. And I remembered this was a seed I wrote last 7-day book challenge because I remembered doing research about different drinks, like mixed drinks, and trying to decide what kind of drink this girl would drink. And I settled on spicy margarita with habanero peppers instead of jalapenos.
So if you need help coming up with different types of drinks in your stories, you should totally pester Jesse, because he's like the master of like drinks. Not like he makes them, but he knows what's in them. And one of his favorite things to do is when we go to, like, we have like a local bar. When we go to the bowling all the time, when we were bowling, he's like, hey, Chris, how about you make this? He's like, sure. A lot of times the bartenders are like, sure, no problem. And he's like, what's in that? So he'd pull it up and so he'd make it, and then the bartender would be like, hey, that taste doesn't taste so bad. I'm gonna make that too. So anyways, I wrote this half a page. That's
all right. I'm gonna check out the comments and see what happened. Let's see. Eva was laughing at us. I don't remember what about, but that's okay. And she said, if I'm not at a Skye stream, it's because I'm asleep or oblivious. Skye missed her own stream this morning because she was asleep and oblivious.
It's okay,
Laura,
we're all here.
Laura's here. Hello, Laura. Let's see. Put that where I can pause that. Eva was asking Laura how the paranormal music fiction is going. Laura said, I haven't worked on it today yet. I've been scrolling and washed my hair. We're going to be doing that after the stream ends. We're going to go into town and go take some showers at the Civic Center because we're still having problems with our plumbing ever since everything started thawing out. So that's fun. There might be a problem that we have to actually call the plumber about, but we'll see. But that's what we're going to be doing as soon as this stream ends. Oops, nope. I made my thing unhappy. There we go. put that back down. Okay. Eva said, I waited until the last 5 minutes and then decided to come up with a brand new idea for this challenge. Good job. You got this. Eva made a quick cover and a new file in Atticus. It's a thriller. She knows the setting, but nothing else. Laura washed bed sheets, but thought of unburying the bed from the books and stuff is overwhelming. And Laura should take meds as well. You should. Yes. Eva said, I need to do bed linens too, but our room is small and the bed is large, so it's always a chore to strip them. I feel that same here.
I hate the
Yeah.
beds.
Also, with
Ugh.
me and my husband being on opposite sleep schedules, we can only do bedding when we're both off, so it has to happen on the weekends. So that's fun.
We used to have like for my bed, we had a sheet set, and then the bottom sheet kept on sliding off, and so then I bought a second sheet set, but I kept the first sheet set, and I put it in a place that I'd be like, this is where I'm going to have my sheet. So when I'm washing the first sheet set, I can have the second one. Also, because our cat was pissing on stuff all the time. Spoiler: I don't know where that other sheet set is. It's disappeared. Like there's only so many places I can shove the crap, but it disappeared.
I think we have three sheet sets because we do the same thing. We basically strip the bed, remake the bed, and then we have extra sheet sets so that we're never like without sheets on the bed, especially since we have animals. But that being said, I'm not positive about that. And recently, all we've been doing is stripping the bed, washing the bedding, and putting it right back on. We haven't actually been switching it out. So
Yeah, so like, we only have one sheet that's on our bed. So when the cat goes on our bed and pees, I have to like, oh, I can't relax on the bed and lay down now. I have to like wash the stuff and dry it. And then finally, so, well, all right, well, I guess I'm watching a movie until the laundry's done, whatever.
Ooh, I'm jealous. Laura's eating leftover homemade ravioli, making some garlic bread to go with it. I haven't had ravioli in a long time, and I don't know if I've ever made. I know I haven't made it myself, but I don't know if I've ever had homemade ravioli. Now that I think about it.
No, the most like homemade is like the refrigerated ravioli that you boil. That's not frozen. Like that's the closest to homemade, but I've never like made the pasta stuff and then stuffed it with things and cooked it.
Same, no. Laura says I have one sheet set that actually stays on with all of Roy's digging. Yep, I feel that. Going back to the garlic bread. So what we've been making lately, as far as like we've been making cheesy garlic bread. We've been using like Hawaiian sweet rolls, slicing them open and stuffing it with both mozzarella cheese and then the homemade garlic butter. Oh my god, it's so delicious.
Mm-hmm.
So delicious. Eva just ate a Hershey's. I want a Hershey's. Can I get a Hershey? I'm going to get a Hershey bar later.
That sounds good.
I want some chocolate. I deserve some chocolate.
Do that. So Illy's favorite thing ever is that now that she's, she started her period a couple weeks ago. She's like, oh, I'm like, is there anything you want? She goes, well, I read somewhere that chocolate would help. I said, yes. So now we have no more chocolate in our cabinet. We had a bunch of Hershey Kisses that we had left over from Valentine's Day because I did like a whole, like, guess how many chocolate pieces are in this container game with the kids. And she's like, that's right. It does make it feel better. That or the caffeine in it.
It's one of the two.
Uh-huh.
All right. I think we're ready to do another sprint. Got 2 more left.
Cruising right through.
2 more. Okay, because I think I've caught up on all the chat that I can see. Eva at one point posted a little chili pepper. All of the spice. Yeah.
Is that what that is?
Oh.
Okay. I'm looking on the Restream side. It looks
it's just a white box on Restream. It's because I've got the YouTube open. I'm looking at the YouTube for the chat itself. Because Restream is just not showing me the chat. It's refusing to catch up.
Oh, I see it.
All right. Eva said premise is solid now for the new idea. Okay, cool. That means Eva's ready to sprint too. That's what I'm hearing from this. Okay, so the next prompt for anyone who wants it, you don't have to write it if you don't want to, says, I don't want to have a baby, not a human one at least. I don't really want a fur baby either, but I think if I had to choose between a kid or a dog or cat, I'd choose a dog or cat. So that is our next prompt. And we're going to start in three, two, one, let's go. All right, that is time. Let us know how you did, what you did in the comments. I
Oh,
89. I wrote 889 words.
I wrote, let me look here, 323
Nice.
words. Not the speed demon that you are, but it's fine.
I've hit a point where I know where the story is going. I finally found my groove today. But the other thing is that I had to go
Awesome.
back and add some stuff into the previous chapter, which was already really long. I keep looking at that chapter going, "Oh my god, that's such a long chapter."
Is there a way you can break it
No,
up? Or do you only want 10 chapters and call it
from what
like,
the way I see it right now, there's no way I can break it up. And it's not actually a super long chapter for fantasy. It's just a super long chapter for me who's used to having like max 3,000 words. And then this one's sitting at almost 4,500 and I'm like, "Ah, it hurts me."
that's like a that's like a short story,
Well, remember
Skye.
this was supposed to be a short story.
I see.
And then it turned into a novella cuz it hates me. Um but yeah, I when I go back and edit, I might find a way to break up that chapter, but as it stands right now, I'm too close to the story, and to me right now, it looks like I cannot break it up. I might find a way to break it up later. We'll see.
Well, most of my chapters are just like one scene or one day or
Yeah,
one
that's my
location.
problem.
Like if they,
Because
okay,
like this whole
usually
that
one
whole chapter
location.
is her arriving at her parents' house for dinner, having the conversation with her parents over dinner, and then her leaving, and that's the whole scene, which is the whole chapter, which is all
Okay.
4,500 words. So,
Well, I'm sure you described stuff they were eating or whatnot, that
mm-hmm.
takes its space.
And
Plus, if there's more than one person in the conversation, that takes up
there's
more
four of
space
them.
too. Can't leave someone. Oh, well, there you go. That's why. That's why it's so
Yeah.
long. There's four of
So
them.
we'll see when I go back and edit, but for now it's just gonna stay and it's just gonna continue to hurt me and I'm gonna have to deal with it.
So I decided last night when I was watching a TV show that I will forever from now on, I'm going to name my books as Friends episodes. The one where blah, 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 blah. The one when blah, 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 blah. The one with blah. Yep. And that's
Okay.
what I'm going to do. Because, no, that'd be so silly if I did that. But sometimes I feel that way. Like, I don't know what to name this. They kiss and have babies. I don't know.
I'm weird in the fact that I've got so many story ideas that already have titles. I haven't worked on anything like seriously new for a while. That I don't know what I would call something that was seriously new that didn't already have a title. I have no idea. It's project number blah blah blah. I don't know.
Well, my original small time romance series was Love and Lattes, Love and Kisses, Love and the other ones, but uh, there's so many books that have Love and Lattes in the title that it was getting lost in the shuffle
Mm-hmm.
on results. Um, like I would type in Love and Lattes to search my own book, and consistently it was Legends and Lattes, the
Yeah.
one with the
Yeah.
you know what I mean, that book. So I was like, okay. So then I decided to name it completely different. And when it came up with the title Ways of Love and Laughter, I didn't even know it, but I used that phrase like
Nice.
halfway through the book. So I'm like, all right, that was perfect
It worked
timing right
out in
there.
the end.
It worked
Let's
out.
see. I'm looking at the comments now.
Yeah.
Eva says, "Should I make it a demon?" I think so. I think paranormal thriller, sure, perhaps horror. I don't know, to be honest. It's still forming. And then Jenna popped in saying, "Yay, friends! Hello, oh friendos." Everyone's saying hi to Jenna. Jenna's the creator of the AuthorTube Sweet Treat Stream Crawl that's happening this weekend. Look, I said it and I said it fast. Oh, I'm so proud of myself.
The trick is don't look at the camera, look up in the air, and you'll remember, and you can like just see it in your brain floating there, and then you can read
The
it
more
just
often I
fine.
say it, the
But
easier
I'm
it
looking
gets
at the
too.
camera.
But yeah, at this point it's a joke whether or not we could say it correctly and like in the same manner that we usually say it. So
Well, I mean, the last one that we were part of, the AuthorTube and BookTube Under One Case Discovery Marathon, that was a tongue twister in
yeah,
itself.
it was so long that when I tried to put the whole title in the, you know how you have to title your streams and stuff? I had like, I think when I put it in and I spelled it out the way I wanted to originally, I had one character left that I could use. So that was fun. Jen says we are now full on schedule. Cassandra just took the last open slot too. That's awesome. The St. Sam's
Good.
Marathon.
We should just name it that next time. If she does it again, say this is what you should name it. Although that's a bit of a tongue twister too, Saint Seam. Like I can't even say my whole name when I'm like, oh, my name is Stephanie. I ran underneath the pin name, blah 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 blah. I get tongue tied too. Like, oh, names.
It's the S's. I have a slight lisp, and it really shows whenever there's a bunch of S's in a row.
What's funny is when I renamed my Substack, I named my Substack Snippets by Stephanie, where Stephanie shares snippets of stories. And there's a bunch of other S things in the little description of it. I'm like, that's going to be great. It'll be memorable. And I'm so sorry, Skye. And your name starts with Skye. That's hilarious
just
too.
to get to me. I feel like it.
And yet I had no idea until just now that you were having problems with S's.
It's great.
Well, I didn't want to just be like Stephanie's newsletter and like it being someone's email box and just bypass it because as we talked about, Stephanie's a really popular name. And so I was like, what can I do? Stories? Well, maybe not stories. Ooh, how about snippets? Snippets of stories by Stephanie.
Hey,
that was a little too much. So I just put
works.
Snippets.
I love alliteration. Like it's one of my favorite things in the world. I just can't. It's a me problem that I know. Okay, why? Oh, because the kids are absent. Okay. That's why. Every once in a while, my phone's going off with a notification. And I'm like, why am I getting so many notifications spread out throughout the day instead of all at once? It's because the kids are absent. Because I slept in. For anyone who just joined, I slept in. And by the time I woke up, it was like halfway through the school day. And I was like, I'm not taking them in just for a couple hours. Nah. So they're home. And after we finish this stream, we're going to go into town, run some errands, take showers, and then we'll be back to the house before we have to leave the house again tonight for another event that we were already scheduled to help out with. So we got to do our tree cleanup. And I will probably wash laundry while they're doing that. So, yay! But we have one sprint left before we wrap up. Are you ready to do it?
Yeah, I'm going to do something.
Don't look so ready. You're just like, I don't know, man. I'm not too certain about this.
Not
Are you sure?
Gay writer.
The look on your face said, are you sure this water's sanitary? It looks questionable to me.
I love that prompt, though, that you shared about it. It still lives in my brain rent-free. Oh.
All right, so one more sprint, last sprint of this stream. We're going to go for 25 minutes, and I'll have a prompt on the screen for anyone who wants to write but doesn't know what they want to write about. And the last prompt for today's stream says, well, what happened? I want all the details. You can't just tell me something like that and nothing. You can't leave me hanging like that. So that is our last prompt for the last stream, for this stream, because we're going to stream again tonight. And Stephanie has been trying to do one stream a day, so maybe she's going to stream a little later. And
oh, crap. I haven't streamed yet today. That's right. Thanks for reminding me. I slept this morning.
So did I.
Well, if we're not going to the library to do chess night, then I could probably stream before yours at some point. Anyways, look on YouTube. I'll share it somewhere. It's fine.
25 minutes on the clock, starting in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. All right, that is time. Let me know how you did what you did in the comments. I'm going to go ahead and close our timer because that was our last sprint.
I need your help
Boop.
on sticking to pizza slice.
Yeah.
There you go.
What did I do? I wrote some stuff. I opened some things. I checked on the kids. Jesse finally woke up and graced us with his presence after 12 hours of sleeping. I could sleep for 12 fucking hours, but whatever. Illy decided she's not going to chess club or youth group today, but the boys are going to be leaving, so there's that. That's. I drank some water. Where does the time go, Skye? Honestly,
25 minutes goes too fast.
like more than 25 minutes. You're like, oh my god, this sprint's taking forever.
I wrote 509 words, and that was after rearranging the chapter some. I feel like I could figure it out. I cut 1,000 words from the previous chapter and just tagged it onto this chapter where I thought it would work. So the previous chapter.
I mean, you didn't fix the chapter. You cheated. No.
Well, I added 500 words on top of that.
Oh, okay. I guess that's fair.
So the previous chapter is now under 4,000 words, which makes my heart a lot happier. And I've almost finished this chapter, and we're good to go. Like I'm in a much better space now. My brain is much happier with where we're going. So, and I think if I take my computer with me, where we're going to take showers, there's only 2 shower stalls. So while they're taking a shower, I could be writing and maybe finishing up this chapter so that tonight I can start on the next chapter during that stream. So, goals, maybe?
I hear your sniffles. Yeah. Are you getting sick too?
No. No, I just have a runny nose. It's running away with me. I gotta go catch it. Don't ask. I don't know. Oh, you talked about Jesse needing 12 hours of sleep, so I was counting on my head. I was like, okay, when did I fall asleep? It was like 4 a.m. So 4, 5, 6, and I was counting it to see how long I had slept. Longer than I meant to.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, he probably went to sleep around 3. I'm pretty sure I was asleep before him.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's right. I was reading. I got distracted by the phone. My phone. And I was reading this article on Facebook about this news report about these girls and Wi-Fi. And then I was like, "Is that true or not?" So I went to the source. It was ABC News. Okay, it's 3 teenage girls, 14, 15, and 16 years old. They chased their mom out of the house with kitchen knives because their mom turned off the Wi-Fi and wouldn't turn it back on. And then they knocked down the grandmother who was like 70 years old, that wanted to like protect the mom, and they got cited for reckless and I don't know, but all because she turned off the Wi-Fi because they wouldn't go off their freaking asses and do anything.
All right, hold that thought. Hey, kiddo, I just want you to know that if I ever turn off the Wi-Fi and you come after me with a kitchen knife, I brought you into this world. I will take you out right then and there. You will not survive that encounter. I just wanted to let you know ahead of time.
She's probably like, "What the hell are you talking about, Mom?"
She is. She's looking at me like, what the hell? Where'd that come from?
I have an app that I can use without a Wi-Fi called Gotcha Club.
See, there you go. Okay, we're good. just wanted to let you know.
What'd she say?
She said, I have an app I could use that doesn't need internet called Gotcha Club. I'm good.
All right. So it's gone the other day or something. And I went somewhere with Illy, and I went somewhere with Illy to like the library or something. And I came back, and I'm like, "How was your day, Jess?" And he's like, "It's pretty good." Figured out we had a kid still left in the house. I'm like, "What happened?" He goes, "The Wi-Fi went down for just a minute," and so he emerged from his cave and came back in. I'm like, "Yep, he's definitely a teen. He's only 12, but yep, that sounds about right."
Mm-hmm. All right, looking at the comment section, Jenna was saying, nice Tarzan reference, which thank you very much. Eva, on the last sprint, played hide and seek with the fam and the dog after about 250 words of an idea for the intro to the story, which I'm very proud of. Laura got the first load of blankets in the wash. Sheets are next, and Roy is the hippie boy. And ever since, she's been anxiety scrolling. Don't do that. I actually can't stop you, but anxiety scrolling, been there, done that, sucks. Jody popped in. Hello, working on getting my writing mojo going after writing 3,700 words this morning. Go, Jody. That's awesome. Weaver popped in saying bonjour and bopping the like button. Thank you very much. Laura read and did laundry, and Eva doesn't know what they did. I think I need to sleep. If you need to sleep, I am all for the sleeps because apparently I needed to sleep because I slept through what I was supposed to be up to do the stream this morning. So I'm not going to stop you. Laura is debating on making Vesper be a part of one of the band's incognito or just keep the bands as super secondary world dressing. I don't know the context of the story, and I don't know who Vesper is. Love that name, by the way. I have used that for that is actually the name. I think it's Vesper. It's either Vesper or Vespa, something similar. I think it's Vesta, actually, Vesta. Anyways, I named a nightmare a V name, and I love it, but I like Vesper just as much. And now I'm questioning that. I have to go look up what the nightmare's name is. And when I say nightmare, I'm talking about the black demon mare with red eyes that eats dreams. That's what I'm talking about when I say nightmare.
Okay.
Yes. That's from my Fire and Brimstone series. That's from book 2. That I wrote and was like too dark for the series compared to book 1. So it's just sitting on the shelf until I figure out what to do with it. Because she's not so nice when she's in her element.
Hey, you too. Make sure you drink some water today, too.
Water is very important, yes. Series, Fire and Brimstone, Demon Rider, yes, thank you. Because now I need to know.
And I made a list of questions to ask on the wrap-up for the stream this weekend. Because we're doing a closing chat.
Okay.
So far, I'm not having anyone on screen with me, but I'm going to make chats or questions ahead of time and save it. And I think for that one, the 2 streams for the sweet treat stream crawl, I'm just going to use StreamYard.
Okay.
And then I'll figure out. Because I was using Restream yesterday and it crashed on me, so I don't know what the hell happened. What if that happens during the weekend?
Right. That would suck.
I don't know what happened. I don't know why, and I was too tired to care, so I went to bed.
It's not a stream. It's not a marathon stream where you're taking part in someone else's event unless someone has internet problems of some sort. The nightmare's name is Vesta, Vesta.
98% of the time, it's usually me.
Things happen.
Hello, thing 1 or thing 2.
This is thing 1.
Okay. Hi. She's so tall. Oh my gosh.
They're both my height, if not a little taller.
I mean, I remember meeting them when they're little tiny. I mean, they're not tiny babies, but definitely shorter. I mean, one of them had the taller kids that have help getting up on top of the carousel horses, so probably not so much anymore.
Oh, you okay? Are you okay? Seriously, are you okay? You're smiling, so I'm gonna assume so, yes. All I know is I heard a thunk, and I turn around, she's on the floor. I'm like, oh God, what happened? Oh. All right, I think she's hinting that it's time to go.
No?
Probably.
No? Okay.
No.
I mean, she's not wrong. Either way, she wouldn't be wrong. It is pretty much time to go. It's almost 2:00 here, which means it's time to go do whatever we're going to do. Laura says Vesper is the love interest, the boogeyman's son. I'm here for it.
Oh, the stream's done. Is the stream done?
No, we haven't. I haven't ended it yet.
Food.
That means you're in the video.
Okay. So.
Like buttered toast.
Okay. I'm probably going to eat the last of your dad's pasta from last night that he didn't finish. Okay, I don't see anything else in the comments section. And I'm pretty much, I have nothing else really. I got words. I did what I wanted to do. I fixed that chapter so it's no longer bugging me. Like, I'm good.
Yes, sir.
I wrote 509 words. Let me add that to my word count tracker, actually, now that I think about it before I forget.
Are you still using the?
Ogre.
Let's say the bear tracker.
It's TrackBear. I used it last quarter. I have not used it at all this year. I have a spreadsheet that I made before someone introduced me to TrackBear, and I have been using it. Ogre is in our room, yes, and I closed the door. He took my spot on my bed, and he curled up. So,
Do you really want your bread? If she doesn't eat it.
but I had made this spreadsheet. Like, it's actually a copy of the spreadsheet I made that I was using last year and previous years. So a video that's coming out soon is actually where I go over my numbers for the past 5 years from 2020 to 2024.
Mhm.
And I've got a 2025 to 2029 version of that spreadsheet that I've added a couple of things to. No, that says pumpkin pie spice. The cinnamon is over there on the other spice rack.
Oh, I see.
And you're looking for cinnamon sugar, which actually should be mixed up in the spice rack. Oh, that is cinnamon sugar. Sorry. I lied. Just kidding. So, all right, let's go ahead and wrap this up. Laura says thank you for the stream. We're going to hop off here, and I will be back tonight. I will actually be on time tonight. I promise. And if I'm not, it's not because I'm asleep. And I will put in the comments why I'm running late. But hopefully I won't be running late. But I won't be asleep. That's the key word. So, anyways, thank you all for joining us. If you want to do your outro real quick.
Okay. For anyone that's still here or whatever. My name is Stephanie. I write contemporary small town romances where there's no funny stuff on the page. And it's written underneath Stephanie Marie Whitson. And I'm here streaming to complete a draft by the end of the week. You'll see lots of me. And one of these days, I'll have a really good outro to share. The end.
The end just it makes me giggle every time.
Yes.
All right.
And therefore, I will say the end every time.
And for those who are new here, my name is Skye. I'm a fantasy author who typically writes paranormal romance under SD Hegyes. We're doing the 7-day book challenge this week, and I'm working on a novella called A Buck Short, which is about a young woman who comes from a long line of witches, but is not her witch herself until her mother does an illegal spell, and she gets a familiar that's different from the rest of her families and may not be what it seems. So, yeah, that's what I've been working on. I'm making great progress on it. I'm really happy with where it's going, finally. And yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. So I'll be back tonight with another live stream, and I'll see you guys all